The hidden disability sunflower helps by discreetly indicating that the wearer has a hidden disability and may need additional support, help, understanding, or just a little more time. The Hidden Disability Sunflower Scheme, making the invisible visible.
I'm back!
And welcome to the Village of Manlius' annual Memorial Day Parade. Be sure to join us following the parade at the Village Center for a remembrance ceremony. Each year, the Village of Manlius hosts a grand parade. We are lucky to have local dignitaries, politicians, civic groups, floats, marching bands, and so much more. What a morning we have planned for you. We are so glad you are here. We remember all of the brave men and women of the armed forces. Hey, let's get started. Welcome to the Town of Manlius Police Department, who is escorting our parade today. And right behind them is the New York State Troopers. And next in line, we have the Archie Van Patten American Legion, Post 141, led by Nick Lander. The Legion is located here in Manlius on Fayette Street and has been a positive fixture in this village since 1925. The Legion serves all veterans, their families, and children. They also serve the community, state, and nation. Please welcome Commander Nick Lander and others from the American Legion today. American Legion, Post 141, and leader, Jody Henson. The American Legion Auxiliary was established 99 years ago, 1925. And members of the auxiliary past and present, they are very proud to be an active organization of this community, always sharing, caring, and serving our veterans proudly. They currently have 140 females of all ages in their membership. And they are followed by the VFW. Take a look at those trucks. The VFW has their America's 250th anniversary on their vehicle right now. And right behind them is the New York State Military Vehicle Collectors Club. More of the VFW going by on your screen right now. And there's more American Legion veterans coming down the street. And right behind them is the Blue Noters Marching Band, headed by Mr. Joe Catania. This fine group of musicians appears at our parade every year. Thank you for wonderful performance, Blue Noters. Let's take a listen. Next is the Swan Float called the Sparkle, built by Dan Oley. As you know, it is made entirely with recycled plastic bags. Jensen Birkin and his class from Big Bill Manlius High School helped restart it recently. The rest behind them is, here comes the Village of Manlius Mayor, Hank Chapman, the Village of Manlius Trustees, Dennis Apparat, Nick Barzola, Tom Waluski, and Rob Oley. Let's give them a round of applause for today's celebration. This is Mayor Chapman's first term as he begins his second year of service for our village. In that time, he has worked hard with the Onondaga County Water Authority on updates on the water situation in December 2025 and January of 2026. And we welcome members of the Assembly and Steffi. Now Steffi on your screen right now. Right behind them, here come the Syracuse Scottish Pipers. They have been competing and playing around Syracuse since 1973. When the city of Syracuse and the American Scottish Pipe Band combined. Since that time, they have remained competitive, winning several awards and placing in competition. The band currently has 36 pipers and drummers on its roster. Let's take a listen. Right behind them is Manlius Fire Department. And coming down the street next. The Volunteer Fire Company is an organization made up of your friends and neighbors, volunteering their time to serve and protect the citizens in this community. They train and practice continuously in order to provide the best service available, running over 2,500 calls per year. They not only give up time with their families to train and respond to alarms, but also vacation time to run the Junior Fire Academy. They also spend countless hours recruiting new members each year to provide better service. Let's give a round of applause to the Manlius Fire Department. The Manlius Antique is a 1936 American wreck. And right behind them is Manlius Ladder 32, which is a 2023 truck. As that's on your screen right now here on my phone. And right behind them is the Manlius Ambulance, Manlius H2, which is a 2025 Chevrolet, and Manlius A1, which is a 2014 Ford. Right behind them is Manlius Tanker 32, which is a 2023 tanker. Right on your screen now on my phone is Manlius Tanker 32, and yes, there's flashing lights warnings a lot in this parade, so I know you're probably gonna get sick of me hearing that all the time, but I had to get it in there. Flashing lights warning. And right behind them, welcome, Fayetteville, Village of Fayetteville's Fire Department, led by Chief Paul Hildreth. The Fayetteville Fire Department is comprised of both career and volunteer firefighters. Did you know that Fayetteville answers the most calls in Onondaga County? Great job, Fayetteville! Here comes the Fayetteville Ladder 20. And right behind them, here comes the Fayetteville A1, which is a 2019 Chevrolet Express. And right behind them is Fayetteville, still in your screen right now. It's the Manlius Historical Society, it looks like. That's what it looks like. The Manlius Historical Society. But we have another Fayetteville car. That's the Manlius Historical Society is right behind them, like I said. Serving the town of Manlius since 1976. And right behind them is a couple of old vehicles. Right behind them. didn't write this down, but there's a couple of old vehicles. So, this is probably right now, folks. So, right now, and right behind them is the Central New York Chinese School. Probably saw them as Syracuse St. Patrick's Parade back in March. Trust me, it's a lot warmer now than it was then. As they're performing in front of you right now here on my phone. The Syracuse Chinese School is right in front of you right now. Right behind them is deploy, renovate, and remodel. Here at the 2026 Village of Manlius Memorial Day Parade. And right now they're on the North Spring. But also make sure to go to the grave and place a corn to honor and remember those who served. There's deployed right there. They're in front of us. Now there's karate school. It's kicking karate, it looks like. We're gonna break some bars here. But there's still a long way to go, folks. So here we go. They're all doing their ways. They're all doing their ways right now. And here's the act they're going. There's the Central New York karate team. Right behind them is Manlius Middle School Marching Band, led by band director Kimberly Adams. Let's take a listen. We are way out of order here. Manlius Memorial Day Parade. And right behind them is Tiger Shrine Fortress. And now the parade up to the village center for a remembrance ceremony. Right behind them, the Tiger Shriners. Here is the 2026 Village of Manlius Memorial Day Parade. Waiting down there at the green light now. It was a red light. And there's the Tiger Shriners again. There's evidently some spikers. Here's 2026 Village of Manlius Memorial Day Parade. As you can hear, they're still marching down right now. Here. Now there's Tiger Shrine Circus. You saw back at the 2026 Syracuse St. Patrick's Parade, but that was way back in March, and it was probably colder than this today. It's probably colder than this that day. Which I know it was, so here we go. And they're ringing the bell. The 2026 Village of Manlius Memorial Day Parade. As you look, they are looking. Green arrow down there. There's a Shriners Hospital fire truck and a Shriners Hospital bus. There we go. Now we're starting to move again. As you hear the Shriners Hospital's antique fire truck. And once again, there's a flashing lights warning in view. So here we go. Welcome to the DeWitt Fire Department. It says DeWitt. Squad 14. Give a great welcome to the DeWitt Fire Department. They have served and protected our community since 1932. Not just by responding to emergency calls, but also by working to prevent emergency situations before they can happen. And that's the DeWitt Fire Department Squad 14, which is a 2018 Chevrolet Silverado. The faithful Manlius Rowing. They're state champions, everyone. They're New York state champions. They're the Manlius Rowing. And right behind them is that's the Syracuse Chargers Rowing Club. Right behind them are antique cars. There's all antique cars. Take a look at them. we welcome our friends from the Manlius Antique Car Club. Next, enjoy the view. Members own a variety of vehicles. Did you know you do not have to own a vehicle to be a member? Right now they're in their view. Right now they're really in view. There's Manlius Antique Car Clubs. They're waving and everything. Here at the 2026 Village of Manlius Memorial Day Parade. And right behind them is hold on, gotta shuffle my papers here. Right behind them is the Fayetteville Manlius Marching Hornet, led by band director Sean Herbert. Let's take a listen. As they're now in your view, there's right now they're in their view here. Fayetteville Manlius High School Marching Hornet. That is led by your band director, Sean Herbert. Let's take a listen. Now that they're closer. Lessons for us last year. Go through what I went through. Because I was not here for the 4th of July parade last year. And right behind them is welcome back to our Fayetteville Manlius Girl Scouts. Girls at the Fayetteville Manlius Girl Scouts build courage, confidence, and character while working on community service projects and earning skill badges. Learning about everything from archery to drawing, jewelry making, healthy eating, and more. Over the past year, Fayetteville Manlius girls have served their community by working on planting flowers, organizing books, and canned food drives, and working on community projects, and more. And they are right there, and behind them. Right behind them is there's a Fayetteville Manlius Girl Scouts right there, and right behind them is Boy Scout Pack 369 from Manlius, New York. Right now, the Fayetteville Manlius Girl Scouts are in view. Right, and there we go. This is the end of the parade, everyone. But there's Boy Scout Pack 369 from Manlius, New York. And right behind them is the America 250 flag on their tractor. And it says, "Because of the Braves." That is there's a preschool for ages 2 to 5. First Baptist here in Manlius. Right behind them is it says, "In memory of and honor of all of the Syracuse Rebels football team." That's the Syracuse Rebels football team. And we have flashing lights warning and a siren warning here at the end of the parade. We have a flashing lights warning and a siren warning right here at the end of the parade. We welcome to the Town of Manlius Police Department, who is ending our parade today as well. As on the Town of Manlius Police Department, number 211. And we have a flashing lights warning and a siren warning. Once again, thanks for tuning in to this episode of the 2026 Village of Manlius Memorial Day Parade. We remember and honor all of those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice.
The hidden disability sunflower helps by discreetly indicating that the wearer has a hidden disability and may need additional support, help, understanding, or just a little more time. The Hidden Disability Sunflower Scheme, making the invisible visible.